Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Passage 3-light pendant. This is going to be the 131055. Lots of other passage fixtures as well. There's a really beautiful wall sconce that goes with this, so just check that out too if you get a chance. Let's get into the size of the fixture body itself, and that's going to be independent of the rods it's going to be hanging from. Coming in at 18.1 inches tall, diameter is coming in at 16 inches. The overall height, that's the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the actual ceiling, is going to give you a very good range on this. If you have a ceiling height that's appropriate, this can actually be a semi-flush because it starts at 19.6 at its shortest. That's going to go all the way to 64.6 at its longest with the rods that are going to come with this. However, this is going to ship with 12 feet of wire. So take your 12 feet, add your 18 inches, and I can get you down pretty far from the ceiling if need be by ordering just additional kits. So the kits of pipes are going to come as 112, 16, 13, and a bunch of these little connectors. And the connectors are threaded and they put it all together. We'll talk about that a little bit more. So I can get you, like I said, pretty far down, probably easy to 12 feet down, maybe 12.5 feet. If you need to go beyond that, just email me and tell me what the overall height is you are trying to attain. Let's say you're coming down from a 30-foot ceiling or a 25-foot ceiling, something really far up. And tell me what you're looking for. Tell you're looking at a 131055, and then I'm going to take your email, send it through the Hubbardton Forge Customs Department, where it's going to come back with an answer. We do customs all the time. It's not a big deal, so it's very easy. Let's talk about a couple other quick things. 9.6 pounds. It's very light. It's only going to hang from your junction box, a 4-inch J box. Canopy up in the ceiling, 5.5 inches around in diameter. Again, beautifully goes over this. This is slope ceiling adaptable already to 45 degrees. The top of your canopy, where it meets the stem, is going to have a knuckle, and the knuckle is going to allow this to be slope ceiling adaptable already, so you're all set there. Okay, why don't we talk about glass really quick on this. You're going to have two options for the glass, and I think it's kind of important because one of them is going to be clear. So if you do the clear option on this, you're going to be able to see the bulb, so you want to buy a bulb that's aesthetically pleasing. The other option is going to be frost, which is going to be an opaque, so it'll actually cover up this and you won't be able to see the bulb, so you won't have to worry so much. So they're both beautiful. We have different passage fixtures in our showroom, and we have the different glass on things, so sometimes I interchange them to see what they're like. So very, very nice. Okay, why don't we talk about how you put it together and a couple other quick things about the canopy. So a good way to see lots of information about that is to look at the install sheets right now that are going to come with this automatically, but we have them now to look at. If you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It is going to show you a full parts list of what's going to come with this. It's coming with 4 of the 12s. It's going to come with 1 of the 6, 1 of the 3, a bunch of our little friends here, the little threaded connectors. And it's going to show you a couple other things. It's going to show you some really good line drawings of the canopy and how it's going to go on your junction box. So take advantage of that. It's always good to be able to see those now. It's also going to show you a chart. So the chart on this is going to be all the overall heights listed on that chart and the combinations of rods to get to those overall heights that are listed. So you'll want to do that too. And this is pretty easy to put together. You're not going to put your glass on until the very end once it's up. You're going to put a blanket down on a table. You're going to lay the fixture down that has the sockets on one end. You're going to figure out from that chart what combinations of which rods you're going to use in those little parts to get to your overall height. You're going to just feed the wires through those pieces one by one, and when you're done, you're just going to screw them together. It takes only a second to do that. It's a very, very, very clean, beautifully engineered look. You can barely even see a line once they're together. Hubbardton does a great job when they do those things. Okay, and then you're going to put it up, you're going to put your glass on, your bulb in, you're going to turn it on, and you're good to go. Okay, why don't we talk about what can go in there bulb-wise. So it's kind of interesting. Hubbardton is saying you can do a 10-watt LED. So a 10, and that's per socket, just so you know. It's a regular screw-in candelabra socket. So it's an easy socket. It's an easy one to get bulbs for. One of the recommended bulbs is a T-bulb, if you want to go there. But a 10-watt LED is really the equivalent of about a 100-watt bulb. Do you need to go there? You've got 3 of these lights. That'd be like 300 watts. You can do that if you want. But there's also other bulbs like this one. So this will fit in there beautifully as well. There's no reason why you don't have to use this. It's called a torpedo. Sometimes these come with a flame tip, and they come frosted, they come clear like this. And this will do the job too. I've actually used this bulb in other passage fixtures without any problem at all. And it's very simple to get. I can get it at my grocery store in Vermont. I can get it at a drugstore. I can get it at a dollar store. They are everywhere as far as LEDs go. Hubbardton says you shouldn't be using an incandescent in this. That's because of the heat. But when you get into LEDs, there's no limit. It's really, can I get the bulb in? So just kind of remember that. And there's some interesting bulbs. There's this one. There's the T bulb that they also talk about. That's the one that we got on Amazon, which is a good source for these kind of things. But like I said, you can pick this up anywhere. Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware. Doesn't matter where you go, you're going to run into them. And like I said before, the limit on this is going to be 10 watt. So you don't have to go all the way to that. You could do a 40 watt equivalent. You could do a 60 watt equivalent. I found these in a 75 watt equivalent. I have found them in a 10 watt equivalent. A customer had emailed me a version of this that was a little longer, so that was kind of interesting. But there's also the ones that are called cob LEDs that look like corn cobs, and that's another one you can use as well. And these are to get. The color of the light that they offer those to you in is going to vary quite a bit. We talk about it all the time on our videos. They're going to offer that to you in 2700 Kelvin. That's going to be super yellow light. They're also going to offer it to you in something called daylight. Daylight sounds like it should be a warm light, like sunlight, but it is not. It is a bluish white, overcast day, hospital waiting room light. That's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom is the thing we talk about all the time as well, and that's going to be warm white, soft white, and that mimics a light of an incandescent bulb. That's what we would really like here, and that's going to be 3,000 Kelvin. So 3,000 Kelvin, warm white, soft white. And the other important thing is when you're out looking, just make sure you pick up a dimmable version of whatever bulb you're going to get. Tell your installer you're doing a dimmable LED. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below, so scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart, so you can click on dark smoke, you can click on soft gold, doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus, you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks it's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.